You take the idea of heavy metal and then you transform it all pretty much electronically. And then you add a whole bunch of weird noises, distortion, lots and lots of bass and heavy kick drums, and then you make it almost to the point of hurting your ears and giving you a headache, and you have perfect dubstep.
Dubstep is a relatively new style of music that has been slowly becoming more and more popular. What you might not know is that there's some pretty amazing dubstep that is produced right here in the Cedar Valley. Charlie Smith is the creator of DarkGrey. Charlie sat down with us to tell us his story.
It's weird and sounds slightly creepy, but when I was 14, I lived in a wonderful town called Owine, and in the summer I didn't have much to do. So I made weird music on an early version of FL Studio on a Windows 98 computer, and I used to show my music to a bunch of dudes in something called an IRC chat room, which is classic. And I showed it to one dude, and like at the time I thought he was just kind of a hippie, but looking back he was probably on drugs. And he said, if your music had to be a color, it'd probably be mostly dark gray. I was like, oh, that's cool. A dude told me my music was cool. And so I went from there. I'm influenced by a lot of like classical Daft Punk, which isn't really classical, but classic electronica really, and a lot of melodic stuff. In high school I was choir president and in a lot of musicals. So in my songs I like to have random melodies and then just something dirty and filthy out of nowhere because I have ADD and that's awesome. But I don't know, I'm influenced by a lot of things. It's hard to keep my brain straight, let alone production-wise. So I just do whatever I'm feeling at the time. I've been doing shows for a little over a year now. I started getting back into it last year, shortly after I saw The Banger. Since then, it's kind of blown up, and I play a lot of shows regularly. It's pretty fun. I actually have a show Saturday and Friday. I'm playing Friday in the Union for Vote Sock. Saturday, my group of dudes called Subfix is hosting and co-sponsoring and playing a 2-stage all-night show in Waterloo. And then you can see it on my Facebook. I've got 5 or 6 more already scheduled for this summer and potential tour plans too.
We asked Charlie where he thought his music would take him 10 years from now.
Hopefully still playing music. Technically 30 really isn't even that old in the production game. It'd be cool at that point to be producing other people's records in multiple genres, but if at all possible it'd still be cool to just be on the road doing what I'm doing now, only making significantly more money and possibly married to a fine, nice young lady. You can hear us for the next 2 Sundays on KULT 94.5 LPFN. I believe starting at 9 p.m. to midnight here in town. You can check out my Facebook or my SoundCloud. Just type in DarkGrey, it should pop up. You can go to darkgreymusic.com. You can see us at the Hub, I believe May 17th or 19th. And then I've got a whole bunch of shows in and out of state over the next few weeks. And you can find all that information online as well.
This is Rob Bauer of The Prowl, signing off.